Good day all students. Today we start the chapter 8 of class 12 biology, human health and diseases. This is the first part, first video lecture of this chapter. So let us start the chapter human health and type of diseases. Human health and type of disease. This diagram represents various type of diseases like pox diseases and various type of the pathogen like worms, virus and bacteria. Now, uh, health factor for good health is defined as the state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. It means a person said to be a healthy when he is physically fit, mentally fit and socially fit. Okay, then a person said to be a healthy person. Now, disease is the condition when the functioning of one or more organ or system of the body are adversely affected. It means if there is a question that what is the difference between the health and disease free, then we can say health is concerned with the physical, mental and social aspect, but disease free condition only associated with the physical aspect. When a person is physically fit, then we can say the person is disease free person. Okay, but a person is unhealthy, it means he is not a physically fit, not a mentally fit and not a socially fit. Okay, so this is the main difference between healthy person and disease free person. Okay, now the factor that are very important to maintain good health are balanced diet, personal hygiene and regular exercise. So these three factors are the main factor which influence the health of an individual person. Another factor are balanced diet, personal hygiene, regular exercise. These are the main three factor, and the another factor is good habitat, awareness about the disease, vaccination, proper waste disposal, control of vector and consumption of hygienic food and water. So these are the other factors by which a person can maintain the health of themselves and of society. Now, the main difference between communicable disease and non-communicable disease. As you know that the another name of communicable disease in infectious disease and another name of non-communicable disease is non-infectious disease. So the first difference is these are the diseases that are easily transferred from a disease to a healthy person. It means communicable disease can easily transfer from a healthy person from a disease person to a healthy person, but non-communicable disease unable to spread. It can't be spread from a disease person to a healthy person. Second difference, they are caused by pathogen like bacteria, virus, fungi, helminthes, protozoa, and they are caused due to the genetic factor like genetic factor, nutritional deficiency, unhealthy lifestyle. So these are the main factor of non-communicable disease. Communicable disease are common cold, another AIDS, hepatitis, viral disease, pathogen disease. All pathogen disease are communicable disease. But non-communicable disease like diabetes, cancer, metabolic disease are non-communicable disease. Hypertension, high BP, these all are the example of the non-communicable disease. Now, this chart represents the various type of the pathogen, the virus, bacteria, protozoa, fungi, helminthes. These are the pathogens causes disease. Now, bacterial disease. Bacterial disease, example pneumonia, TB, cholera, typhoid. These are the bacterial disease, and as you know that the agent which causes disease is called pathogen. That is the main definition of the pathogen. Agent which causes disease is called pathogen. So first pathogen is bacterial disease, bacteria, and the bacterial disease examples are pneumonia, TB, cholera, typhoid. Viral disease, common cold, AIDS, chikungunya, dengue, hepatitis, polio, measles. Fungal disease are ringworm, protozoan disease, amoeboisis and malaria, and helminthic disease, ascariasis, filariasis and teniasis. So these are the main example. You have to learn all the example. Okay. Now next slide is about the viral disease. Now Viral disease. The first viral disease is common cold. The causative organism of common cold is rhinovirus. Organ affected nasal and respiratory passage, spread by droplet released during cough and sneezing. Infected person, as you know about the corona. Corona is also spread by the droplets, contaminated object and article. Okay, now what type of the symptoms is there in the common cold? Nasal congestion, sore throat, cough, tiredness, headache, hoarse nose. So these all are the symptoms. So a question will be asking your examination that write a short note about the common cold, 3 mark question. So you can easily attempt this question. First you write down the name of the pathogen, rhinovirus, then how can it spread, है ना? What type of organ affected in disease and what are the symptoms. All these content you have to write in your examination paper. Okay, now next is dengue. In dengue disease, dengue is also viral disease. The causative organism is dengue virus. It is spread by bite of Aedes aegypti mosquito. That is the main important thing. Dengue is spread by which mosquito? Aedes aegypti mosquito. Now symptoms: fever, headache, muscles, joint pain, characteristic skin rashes. In severe case become hemorrhagic fever, that is the breakdown of RBC, where the platelet count of the blood decreases. That is the main thing. Platelet जो होती है blood vessels, bloods की उनका नंबर धीरे धीरे डिक्रीज होने लगता है. Okay, now prevention, we can prevent this disease by the controlling the spreading of the vector. Mosquito is the vector. As you know, the organism which helps in spreading the disease is known as vector. In this disease, the vector is mosquito, and the name of the mosquito is Aedes aegypti mosquito. Now another viral disease is chikungunya. In chikungunya causes causative organism pathogen is alpha virus, having single strand RNA genome. It also is spread by Aedes aegypti mosquito. So this is the important question. The chikungunya and the previous disease is also spread by Aedes aegypti mosquito. Vector is the same. Okay. Now symptoms. First symptoms is high fever, rashes on the trunk, nausea, vomiting, multiple joint pain. These are the symptoms. Prevention and control. Mosquito control is the effective prevention method. Now AIDS. AIDS is also viral disease. As you know, AIDS, the full form is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Causative organism is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. It is a retrovirus, and as you know, what do you mean by retrovirus? A virus RNA genome containing virus is called retrovirus. That is the main definition. 1 marks का क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हैं, what is retrovirus? Okay. Now about the transmission. Transmission of HIV takes place by the following method. The first is by sexual contact between the infected person. Second, transfusion of the contaminated blood. And third, sharing the infected needle. And the fourth one is from infected mother to the developing baby inside uterus through placenta. So these are the certain way by which the HIV can transmit from one person to the another person. Now next topic is bacterial disease. The first bacterial disease is typhoid. Okay, so in case of the typhoid, the causative organism is Salmonella typhi. Salmonella typhi. Okay, and organ affected are small intestine perforation leading to the death of the patient. So this disease is spread by contaminated food and water. So as per the factor which is responsible for the spread of disease, the disease again categorized into airborne disease, the disease categorized into waterborne disease, foodborne disease, vector-borne disease. So previously we discussed about the pneumonia, common cold. These all are airborne disease. Okay, why? Pneumonia is the bacterial disease, but the common cold is a viral disease, and they are spread from one person to the another person by the help of air. So they are called airborne disease. But about the typhoid, it causes it is spread by contaminated food and water. So it called water or foodborne disease. About dengue and chikungunya, they spread by a Aedes aegypti mosquito. So they are termed as vector-borne disease. Okay. Now about symptoms of typhoid. sustained high fever, stomach pain, loss of appetite, constipation, headache, and how to confirm by vital test. This is the main thing, that the confirmed test of the typhoid disease is vital test. Okay, so these are the certain point about the typhoid disease. Now next point. Next is pneumonia. Pneumonia is bacterial disease. Causative organism is Streptococcus pneumoniae. Haemophilus influenzae is the another name of the Streptococcus pneumoniae. Organ affected: lung, alveoli. Alveoli become filled with a fluid, resulting in severe difficulty in breathing and respiration. It is spread by droplet, and second, sharing the contaminated article. Okay, now about symptoms of the pneumonia is fever, headache, cough, chill, and this is the main thing, that lips and fingernail may turn grayish. Very important symptoms of the pneumonia, that lips and fingernails may turn grayish. Okay, तो याद रखिए ये पॉइंट पूछा जाता है एग्जामिनेशंस के अंदर. Okay, so this is pneumonia, and as you know that the pneumonia is airborne disease. It is spread by droplets, so it can spread from one person to the another person by the help of air. So it called airborne disease. Now protozoan disease. Protozoan disease is malaria. The first example of protozoan disease is malaria. Causative organism is Plasmodium, that is a member of protozoa, and various species: Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum. Plasmodium falciparum causes malignant malaria. That is the important one mark question. Okay, so these are the certain species. You have to learn the species. कभी कभी species का question भी आपके examination में पूछते हैं. Now, it is spread by bite of female Anopheles mosquito. This is the important thing. Dengue and chikungunya spread by the Aedes aegypti, but malarial parasite, that is the Plasmodium, spread by which mosquito? Female Anopheles mosquito. Sporozoite of Plasmodium is the infective stage. Now the symptoms: a high fever, chill. Prevention and control: disease can be controlled by eradicating the mosquito, controlling the spreading of mosquito. Okay, and treatment is using the chloroquine, that is a particular type of a chemical. Now, as per diagram, the infective stage is sporozoite. When a mosquito bite an healthy person, what happen? It release infective Plasmodium sporozoite in the blood of the healthy person. Now, sporozoite infective stage of the Plasmodium parasite reaches the liver through the blood, and it completed a sexual cycle in the liver cell. It means sporozoite multiply by the asexual mean. Okay, then it convert into merozoite. That is the further infective stage, another name of the infective stage. Okay, now merozoite enters in the blood cell. The parasite reproduce asexually in liver cell. Then it reaches to what? Then it reaches to the blood cell. Okay, and after reaches to blood cell, it again multiply and convert into various stages. It can firstly it can convert into the amoeba-like structure, amoeboid. Then it convert into a ring-like structure. Then it convert into a high spherical structure that is called trophozoite. Okay, so various stages appear in the blood cell. Parasite reproduce asexually in red blood cell, and when these parasite comes out from the blood cell, a hemojoin particle release from the blood cell. These are toxic compound, and that are the main causes of the fever in the malaria. Now that infective stage again transfer in the liver or the blood cell, and if another mosquito bite to that the patient, the gametocyte that merocryptozoite may be converted into gametes that are called gametocyte. That gametocyte again entered into the mosquito, and the fertilization takes place in the crop of the mosquito. Both the gamete again transfer into the another mosquito bite, and then that both gamete fuse to form zygote. Zygote is called oospore, and this zygote is formed in the crop stomach of the mosquito, and then that zygote oospore comes out from the crop and takes part in meiosis to again form various sporozoid, and now sporozoid collected in the salivary gland of the mosquito. Now this mosquito is the ready for the next infection. So this is the complete life cycle of the plasmodium. Asexual reproduction takes place in human, whereas sexual reproduction takes place in mosquito. So there are two hosts. The primary host is the human, and the secondary host is the mosquito. So it called dihost condition. Okay, let me discuss again in the next slide. First we discuss the another type of the protozoan disease, amoeboic dysentery. In amoeboid dysentery, it is also protozoan disease, causal organism and amoeba histolytica. Mode of dispersal through contaminated food and water. It is also food and waterborne disease. Housefly is the carrier. Listen carefully. Housefly is the carrier. Okay. Organ affected parasite reside in the large intestine. So the large intestine, the main organ which is affected by the amoeboid dysentery. Now symptoms. So first symptoms is abdominal pain and cramp. Second is stool with excess mucus and blood cell, and constipation alternating with diarrhea. So these are the main symptoms of this disease. Students, listen carefully. In each year, the 12th board examination, 3-mark question ask about the disease. Either it is waterborne disease, airborne disease, or vector-borne disease. Okay, so you have to learn all the disease and learn the type of disease, causative agent, organ affected, and symptoms. Now next is fungal disease. Ringworm is the fungal disease. Causative organism microspermum, epidermophyton and trichophyton. 1-mark क्वेश्चन इसका भी पूछ लेते हैं, ये आपको जीनस बताने पड़ते हैं. नाउ सिम्टम्स: ड्राई स्केली लेसन ऑन स्किन, नेल, स्कैल्प्स. लेसन आर accompanied by itching also is there on the lesson. Okay, ringworms are generally acquired from soil or by direct contact. So we can say ringworm is a soil borne disease. Okay, now worm disease. The first worm disease is ascariasis. It is a member of helminthes. Now causative organism Ascaris lumbricoides, that is the full form of the full zoological name of the Ascaris. Now symptoms: blockage of the intestinal passage, anemia, abdominal muscular pain, internal bleeding, nausea, headache. These are the symptoms of the ascariasis. Mode of dispersal: through contaminated food and water, as egg of parasite excreted by the infected person. Contaminated soil, plant and water is the main mode of the spreading. So we can say it is also waterborne disease and soil-borne disease. Ascaris again it monogenic. Only one host is there, and the host is the human. Monogenic means host is one, and digenic means host is two. The malarial disease is the digenic. Plasmodium is the digenic pathogen, because that complete the life cycle in two hosts. The primary one is the male and human, and the second one is the mosquito. But in case of Ascaris, it is monogenic because it completes its life cycle in only one host, that is human. Now about next worms disease is filariasis, also called elephantiasis. Causal organism Vaucheria bancropti and Vaucheria melai. एक बार क्वेश्चन आया था आपके 12th बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन के अंदर कि वाउचेरियासिस की 2 स्पीसीज लिखी है, तो आपको 2 स्पीसीज लिखनी थी. द फर्स्ट वन इज द बैंक्रॉप्टी एंड द सेकंड वन इज मेलाई. वन लिम्ब कॉजिंग दैम टू स्वेल, लिम्स स्वेलिंग हो जाती है, एलिफेंटियासिस इसीलिए कहते हैं, और फिलेरियासिस भी कहते हैं. Mode of dispersal through the bite of female Culex mosquito. Listen carefully, by female Culex mosquito. Okay, तो Culex से फैलता है ये. And the symptom, the first symptom is they normally causes inflammation of the organ in which they live for many years. They normally affect the lymph vessel of the lower limb, causing them to swell like that of the elephant, hence called elephantiasis. genital organ also affected. So this is the voucheriasis or elephantiasis disease. Prevention and control of infections is maintain personal hygiene, maintain public hygiene, eradication of the vector, vaccination and immunization of the diseases like polio, diphtheria and tetanus, use of antibiotic and drugs. So these are the main point by which you can prevent and control the infectious disease. Now we take the detail about the life cycle of the malaria parasite. As you know, this is the important question. 5 mark question will be asked in your examination. So you have to learn all the point about the life cycle of the malaria parasite. The first one is the sporozoite enter in the body of the bite of mosquito, reach the liver through blood and multiply within the liver cell. So first important point, infective stage name is sporozoite. It enter in blood, reaches to the liver and completed the asexual reproduction, asexual life cycle in the liver cell. It multiply and after multiply it converts into merozoite. Okay, now merozoite, such liver cell burst and release the parasite into the blood. That is merozoite. Now in the blood the parasite attack the RBC, multiply asexually and causes their rupture. The rupture of RBC release the toxin called hemojoin, which is responsible for the high fever and chill. Now after entering in RBC, before entry in RBC, when the plasmodial stage, that is sporozoite, enter in liver cell and perform a sexual cycle, this stage is called pre-erythrocytic cycle. Pre means previous and erythro means before entry of RBC, erythrocyte. And when this plasmodium stage, merozoite, enter in the blood cell and it convert into various stages like amoeboid stage, the ring shaped stage, tropozoite stage, and ultimately the RBC is rupture and release hemojoin particles, a type of toxin that is the main causes of the high fever and chill. The life cycle, asexual life cycle which is completed in the RBC, that stage is called erythrocytic cycle. Then after the plasmodium stage which is released from the RBC is called cryptomerozoite. That cryptomerozoite again enter in RBC or it can again enter in the liver cell, it depends. But if the same time of the releasing the another mosquito bite to the infected person, what happen, some of the merocryptozoite converts into gametes, converts into male and female gametes, and that male and female gametes transmit into the next another mosquito. Okay, so gamete formation takes place in human. Gamete formation takes place in human. Now the parasite then entered the female Anopheles mosquito along with the blood when the bite the infected person. Further development occur in the stomach. Now these gametes fuse to form zygote, that is fertilization takes place in the stomach wall of the mosquito, that is also known as crop. Okay, the gamete fuse to form zygote, the zygote undergo further development in the body of the mosquito to form sporozoite. Now that zygote, also known as oospore, comes out from the crop or stomach of the mosquito and takes part in meiosis division to form sporozoid, and sporozoid transported to the salivary gland of the mosquito. Now that the mosquito is ready for the next infection. Okay, so this is all about the life cycle. So we can say the asexual reproduction takes place in the human, whereas gamete formation is also takes place in human, but sexual reproduction, fertilization and meiosis takes place in the mosquito crop. Again, this is the life cycle. The first point, the gut of the Anopheles mosquito, female gamete fuse and zygote undergoes meiosis and infective stage sporozoite collected in the salivary gland. When this mosquito cut to the healthy person, sporozoite transferred to the liver cell, then asexual reproduction, merozoite enters in the liver, enter the blood cell, then in blood cell rupture, that is the main cause of the fever. Spore toxin pour into the blood stream when the red blood cell rupture, then gametes are produced by the cryptozoite again enter the mosquito. So this is all again the life cycle of the plasmodium, which is completed into two hosts. The primary host is human and the secondary host is mosquito. Okay, again this is the life cycle. Starts from what? Starts from sporozoid, then enter in liver, then in a blood cell it converted into various stages, that is amoeboid, tropozoid, zygote stage. Okay, then it converted to gametocyte and into next mosquito to form zygote and oocyte, and takes part meiosis to form sporozoid. So this is again complete life cycle of the plasmodium stage. This diagram is also represent the same condition. So this is all about what? This is all about the plasmodium life cycle, and that is the main important question. 5 mark question will be asked in your examination. So this is all about the today's lecture. Good day student, good day to all.